What is this? What's the brand?
Kymco.
Kymco?
Kymco 150. Boys ran these things wide open for years.
There we go. It's probably gonna need a new steering bushing, but that should be a cheap and easy thing to do. Oh, look how easy the carburetor is to get to.
I know,
just right there.
35 to 40.
On this thing?
Yeah. Oh wow,
okay.
It's empty. Good.
That's all crap. Alright, so I got that off. The air compressor's running. Looks kind of decent. Just needs a little bit of cleaning. Alright, so I got the plug out, and it's definitely smelled like it has some old gas sitting in there. Oh my gosh. I think we're probably gonna need a new carburetor, guys. Yeah, look at the state of that. Feel like crap. Yeah, guys, this carburetor's been sitting with fuel in it for 10 years probably, and this is probably the worst I've seen it. All right, guys, sorry about the air compressor, but I finally got this crap all apart after some vice grips, messing around. I finally been able to pull this thing out of here. Now it's time to really clean this crap with some carb cleaner and scrub it all down. All right, so after using almost a full can of starting fluid, I finally got this thing really clean and scraping it with a screwdriver and all that kind of stuff, cleaning out the jets, the pilot jets and the main jet. That took a lot. They were really clogged. All right, so I put a little bit of fuel in the fuel tank and kind of ran it through the fuel line right here. And as you see when I'm cutting that on, there's fuel coming out of there, and I just wanted to be sure all that old fuel and crap and whatever came out of there first. And I got the carburetor, quote unquote, rebuilt with no new parts, all the original parts, just completely all cleaned up.
Is it trying to turn over?
Yeah. All right, so screw the Kickstarter. We're gonna jump start it. Starter solenoid. This thing is gonna run one way or another. It's like to make this thing where you lose your mind. It hit over that time.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know the stator's working because I saw the neutral light come on when I hit it. Or...
One in front, one in back. Y'all go.
Ow!
Did it bite you?
No, it just slipped off this stupid thing.
Yeah, this thing right here is just a piece of crap. We're just.
Yeah, it's completely useless. You know, something like that, I just get really frustrated and say, heck with
it. I do too, because see, this is.
Look at that crap.
Part right here, you can't even pull it up. That is so aggravating. It's like it's getting harder and harder to pull up.
Kawasaki 90 we have is kind of like, it's not as bad, but it's a little
Pull
sticky.
it up. I don't know. I think
I know.
Worse. Hey, I'm getting tired. Look, we done bent it. We done kicked it so much, it's done bent. Don't let off much. See?
Finally! Got this dang rust welded thing out of here. Oh, the teeth look fine.
You want to try and light it up?
Yeah. All right, y'all. So one of the brushes was like stuck in there like that. So I worked with it a little bit and got both these brushes freed up. Obviously, this whole starter really needs to be replaced. But I went through on the commutator, kind of resurfaced this, sanded it, brushed it. The armature part itself looks fine. But yeah, I think it just wasn't making good contact. So let's chuck this thing back together and try that. All right, so I finally got the starter back on after it's been a good while trying to hammer this crap in and getting inconvenient bolts tightened, making up tools to make it work. So
what do you want me to put it on starting now?
yeah,
All right.
it's on starting.
I don't hear nothing. Oh, it's in gear. Oh, yeah.
Oh, neutral safety switch.
That's the problem.
Nope, it's a safety switch. All right, so after kind of figuring something out, you're supposed to hold this front brake in order for the starter thing to work. And it idles with it in neutral, but when you put it in gear, it wants to keep shutting off. So I held it in, and it's not going to work on camera. There we go. Figured that out. All right, so a couple of weeks has gone by. My uncle pressure washed the whole thing to get all the disgusting layers of dirt and bull crap off. So we have a new carburetor gonna be installing. We're gonna be doing an oil change, a steering bushing, putting another battery in it, and figure out why this safety sensor is acting up. And new fuel line. So here we have the new battery. We're gonna throw it on a little 10 amp fast charge and it should be fine. All right, so the fuel tank petcock seemed like it was leaking a little bit when I put it up, or when I pushed it up. So what I did was I went around and tightened up these screws because they were a little bit on the loose side, and now it seems fine. All right, so my uncle got some new fuel line for this thing, and I also just got some new fuel filters, one for my four-wheeler particularly, but I'm gonna use one of them for this one. So no, this isn't the OEM carburetor, but we're not gonna pay a whole bunch of money for the OEM carburetor. We're still gonna keep the OEM carburetor for parts or whatever, but this China doll will work fine. All right, so I just got the throttle done. Hey, it just barely fits.
I knew it would, it'd just take a minute.
All right, so moment of truth.
Oh, it's dripping up here up top now. What the hell?
What? How's it dang dripping up there? Yeah, it's like freaking leaking all right here and crap.
Oh, look like it dripped down from up here. Oh, it is. It's coming off of your filter.
Oh crap. Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna ride it anyway. No choke.
Dang. It took her right up. Yeah, you gotta drive with the brakes on. Because you put it in gear, it's gonna shut off.
All right, so obviously the LCD screen needs to be cleaned. Just gotta fix this leaky fuel bullcrap. All right, guys, so I ended up putting the old fuel line back on because the new fuel line I put on there is slightly too big. Pretty sure that everything was 1/4 inch size, but apparently not. It must have been 3/16 or whatever. All right, so I've been driving it around. It's been doing pretty good. It seems like it's slightly on the lean side, but the carburetor needle is not really adjustable. But I have been adjusting the air mixture screw. The fuel mixture screw is closer to the outlet of the carburetor. The air mixture screw is closer to the inlet side. So I've been richening it up just a little bit and getting it right. You want it to go back to idle and not go down. If it goes down at RPMs, that means it's too rich. If it takes forever to go back down to idle, then it's probably on the lean side. All right, so we got some new Honda oil here. Done some research and everybody says this is the best or one of the good oils to put in it. So that's what we're gonna do. Woo, that's hot. Yeah, that's some nasty oil, guys. All right, so here's the screen. Yeah, it was in the grass a little bit, but I can definitely tell it caught a lot of crap. It's right there on fulls. All right, so a little update. I ended up having to take the whole front end part off just so I could change out steering bushing, or not change it out, but add a steering bushing because it didn't have anything. So yeah, I'm working on trying to get that in there. Just like that, new steering bushing is in. So obviously, you take the brake off, it cuts off when you put it in gear. You pull the brake, put it in gear, it goes. Now watch what happens. You gotta do the same thing going in reverse. So you gotta pull the brake every single time you put it in gear and then let off, which I personally see that as really stupid, because if you need all this safety stuff to drive a four-wheeler, then you shouldn't be driving the four-wheeler, but oh well. I'm just glad I figured this out. We also got some brand new handles to put on these things. Come on, push it on.
One of them went on good. What the? Tell me how that works.
We figured out how the lights come on. Apparently they must be wired directly to the alternator or something, because unless you rev it up, they come on. This is like a passing light. Never seen that before, but, you know, they kind of do that, but oh well. I think it's pretty good.